Have you ever been scrolling online or just people watching and seen another woman and had a thought that made you pause? A flash of judgment about her clothes, her confidence, maybe even her happiness? And then you ask yourself, wait, where did that come from? What if that little impulse isn't just you being catty, but a symptom of something much bigger? A quiet poison that subtly teaches women to see each other not as allies, but as rivals. This is the toxic world of pick-me culture, a trap fueled by a desperate hunger for male validation. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on how this mindset, which is a direct result of internalized misogyny, ultimately sabotages the very idea of female empowerment and sisterhood. Okay, so what does pick-me actually mean? The term itself isn't new. You might remember Meredith Grey's iconic "pick me, choose me, love me" plea on Grey's Anatomy, but it really caught fire on social media, starting around 2016 with the "tweet like a pick me" trend on Twitter, which Black women started to parody the behavior. It then exploded on TikTok, where Pick Me Girl has now racked up billions of views. A pick me is typically a woman who tries to get validation from men by strategically setting herself apart from other women. She's the one who says things like, "I'm not like other girls," or "I can't stand drama, which is why all my friends are guys." It's a performance. The whole point is to be picked by men, whether as a girlfriend or just as the cool girl who's different from all the rest. This performance usually involves putting down things society labels as girly, like enjoying makeup or pop music. It's a way to seem superior by rejecting what other women like, turning male attention into the grand prize of a game where only one woman can win. But this behavior doesn't just come out of nowhere. It's a direct symptom of internalized misogyny. That's what happens when women subconsciously absorb and then enforce the same patriarchal attitudes that devalue femininity in the first place. For centuries, society often decided a woman's value based on her relationship with a man. That history, where survival and social standing depended on male approval, has baked a deep-seated, often unconscious pressure into our culture for women to compete for that approval. This pressure shows up in destructive ways, like shaming other women for their choices, parenting, career, or appearance, to better fit what are seen as male-approved standards. It's a tragic cycle. While trying to get ahead within a patriarchal system, women end up reinforcing the very structure that holds them down. The pick-me isn't the true villain here. She is often a victim of a system that taught her to see her own gender as the enemy. The result of this competitive culture is heartbreaking. It directly sabotages the potential for female solidarity by sowing seeds of division and mistrust. Instead of building each other up, it creates an environment of constant judgment, which leads to exclusion and a lot of hurt. This division is so damaging because it stops women from coming together and using their collective power. When women are busy fighting each other for scraps of validation, they're too distracted to challenge the bigger systemic problems that affect all of them. This dynamic weakens the bonds we need for real social and political change, all while feeding the old, tired stereotype that women are naturally catty or can't get along. Now, it's really important to handle this topic with some nuance. The pick-me label has evolved, and sometimes it's been twisted and used as a weapon. It can be unfairly thrown at women just for having non-traditional hobbies or for expressing an opinion that doesn't fit a specific mainstream narrative. A woman who genuinely loves sports or video games isn't automatically a pick-me. The real difference is the intent. Is she just being her authentic self? Or is she putting other women down to make herself look better in front of men? Using the term carelessly can create even more division instead of opening up a real conversation about the actual problem. So how do we fix this? The first step is just recognizing this dynamic in ourselves and in the world around us. That pick-me impulse isn't some deep personal flaw. It's a form of social conditioning we have to actively unlearn. It requires a total mindset shift, from competition to community. It means genuinely celebrating another woman's success, fighting that urge to judge her choices, and remembering that someone else's light doesn't make yours any dimmer. Real empowerment doesn't come from being chosen by a system that was never built for us. It comes from women choosing, supporting, and standing by each other. What are your thoughts on this culture of competition? Drop them in the comments below, and let's keep talking about it.